In a balanced three-phase YY system, the load impedance is 20 plus J12. The source as an ABC phase sequence, positive. VA prime N prime is 120 volt RMS. If the load voltage is VAN 110 volt RMS, parang may mga angle yan. Hindi kasi nadidetect nung gamit ko na program. Saan yun? Ayun, angle 0 tsaka angle negative 0.2. Angle 0, angle negative, really? 0.2. Hindi ba talaga angle yan? Negative 0.2. Nakita niya na phase yung ano? Yung angle. Pag naka Microsoft equation. Nakawire naman yung ano, yung load natin. Nakawire na siya. Determine the magnitude of the line current if the load is suddenly short-circuited. Siyempre may line kwan yan, may line impedance. Short-circuited, ito, ganyan. So, this is A prime, then meron neutral dito, N prime. Nandito yung N. Okay. So, at normal condition, ang aim natin dito, pag nakuha natin yan, sa short circuit, yung voltage dito sa load, magiging 0 pag short circuit. Tapos, ito na lang yung mag-a-act na voltage dito sa Z-line. So, normal condition, per phase tayo. So, ito yung A, ito yung N. 20 plus J12. So, yung VAN, 110, angle negative 0.2 degrees. Ito naman, 120, angle 0 degrees. So, ano yung Z-line? Pag nag-loop tayo dito, 120 angle 0 degrees is equal to 110 angle negative 0.2 degrees. Pag kukunin natin yung load, yung current dito, yung IA is equal to yung ang difference ng voltage na yan. So, plus 120 angle 0 degrees minus 110 angle negative 0.2 all over the sum of yung Z line plus Z load. So, ano yung value ng Z line? Minus. Parang may mali ako ah. Hindi naman pwedeng isip solve. Yung IA, pwede na pala yun. Yung 110. So may current pala dito na masusolve. Yung I load ay yung voltage na yan divided by this one. Okay, that is 110 angle negative 0.2 divided by 20 plus J12 multiplied by Z line dito. Yung drop. Yung voltage drop, current times Z line. Yung Z line unknown. So 120 minus 110 angle 0.2 negative. Then times 20 plus 12J divided by 110 angle negative 0.2. Z line is that value. So 2.12201. Pag naka-short circuit na yan, shorted, na yung line, ay yung load voltage, mawawala yon. So ito yung Z line. Yung VAN, 0 na siya. Tapos dito, 120 angle 0 degrees. So, short circuit current. So, I short circuit is equivalent to the voltage 120 divided by the line impedance, 2.122. Magnitude, kaya wala na yung angle. So, shift up, answer, 2.122, nasa baba siya, kaya inverse, times 120 is 56.549. $56.549. 56. So, ito yung nearest sa naging sagot natin. So, halos di tayo nag-round off, round up. Halos dire-diretso lang siya. Okay, number 9. O, number 10 yung susunod. Okay na? Tapos na. So, number 10. Sensya na dito ha. Ito pala yun. May voltage and then may impedance. Kaya pwedeng ma-solve yung current dyan. Since naka-series naman yan, IA is equal to I load. Okay, next, 10. A system consists of 3 equal resistors connected in delta and is fed from a balanced 3-phase supply. How much power is reduced if one of the resistors is disconnected? Pag medyo nahihirapan kayo na mag-analyze without any value, maglagay kayo ng mga values. Naka-delta. Pero wag 0. Halimbawa, ito 10 volts. Ito naman ay 1 ohm. Pag kumpleto, ilan yung power niyan? Yung total power is equivalent to yung 10 volts directly impress yan sa 1 ohm. So that will be 3 times the power per phase. So 3 times the voltage per phase squared time divided by the resistance per phase. Resistors naman yan ang sabi niya. Kaya walang reactance. So 3 times 10 squared divided by R per phase is 1. So 300. Tapos dito sa pangalawang situation, the power is reduced. How much power is reduced if one of the resistors is disconnected? So mawawala yung isang resistor, say at this part. So 10 volts, 10 volts, 1, 1. So ilan na yung total nito? This is PT1, PT2, twice, 2 times na lang siya. 2 times 10 squared divided by 1, which is equivalent to 200 watts. So how much power is reduced? Ang reference natin yung PT1. So change in power. So that will be PT2, PT1 minus PT2 divided by PT1 times 100%. May reduction na something. So 300 minus 200 divided by 300 times 100% is 33.333%. So may yung 300 naging 200. So may reduction siya na 33.33%. Hindi naman siya naging 400. Kung 400 yan, increase siya. So decrease. Yung number 9 nandito, hindi niya na i-face ng dito. Angle 0. Ayun. May angle 0 siya dito. Hindi kasi niya na i-face lahat yan. Doon sa journal. Yung journal kasi, ito yung gamit ko. Hindi niya na i-face. Dito, angle 0. Hindi niya nakuha. Ito naman, dun sa given yon. Hindi ko siya sinolve. Hindi lang siya naka-paste dito. Dito siya sa mismong problem. Okay, ito naman yung 10. Okay, number 11, 3 heater units, each taking 1,500 watts, are connected delta to a 120 volt 3-phase line. What is the resistance of each unit in ohms? So, yung 1,500 watts per phase. Ito naman, line to line. What is the resistance per phase? Yung voltage line to line kapag delta is equal to voltage per phase. So therefore, what is the value of directly impress yan, yung voltage per phase doon sa resistance na to? Tatlong heater connected in delta ganito yung connection ng mga heater. So, isa-isa lang, in each line, they're connected to one heater, yung per line. So, therefore, the resistance per phase, so, yung P per phase is equivalent to V per phase squared divided by the resistance per phase. Pag per phase na, wala na yung square root of 3 or times square root of 3. Per phase analysis, you are dealing with single phase. So, yung value ng R per phase is equivalent to voltage 120 squared divided by 1,500 pag minanipulate natin. Mag-interchange ng position yung R per phase saka P per phase. So, 120 squared divided by 1,500. So, 9.6.
So,
May meron. So, letter A. Number 12. The resistance between any two terminals of a balanced delta connected load is 12 ohms. The resistance of each phase is blank. Pag naka-delta, ito yung isang terminal. Pero dito kinuha yung total resistance. So dun sa measuring device natin, yung ohmmeter, dalawa lang naman yung terminal. Wala pa ako nakikitang 3 terminal na ohmmeter. Kaya pag gusto nyong i-test, ito yung mga testing, pang test ng mga machines. So 12 ohms. Ano daw yung resistance per phase? So ito, mawawala yan. Kaya ang itsura niya, so ito 12 ohms, then R per phase, magiging twice R per phase. So 1 over 12 is equal to 1 over R per phase plus 1 over 2 times R per phase. Pwede nyo na gamitin yung calculator kung ayaw nyo na mag-manipulate. Mode 1 muna tayo. 1 over 12 alpha equals 1 over alpha x, then plus 1 over 2 alpha x. Alpha x. Shift solve. 18 equals 18. So, yung R per phase is equal to 18 ohms. To check. So, kung i-check natin, 18 inverse, then plus 36 inverse, then inverse. So, tama, 12. Yung total resistance. So, 18 ohms, letter B. What is the power absorbed by the load? Naka-Y daw sila. This is 220 volts. So, may neutral tayo dito. Then, 10 ohms. This is the resistance per phase. So ano yung voltage per phase? 220 divided by square root of 3. So total power absorbed ang pinapasolve sa atin. So again, 3 times the power per phase. So 3 times, yung B per phase, directly impress na siya sa 10. Yung 220, hindi pa siya naka-impress sa 10. Kailangan nating kunin yung per phase voltage niya. Balance naman yan. Kaya pwedeng kaagad square divided by square root of 3. So P per phase is the voltage per phase squared divided by the resistance per phase. So 3 times 220 over square root of 3, then the quantity squared divided by R per phase is 10. So bali 220 squared divided by 10. Magkakancel yung 3 all over square root of 3 squared. So i-divide natin ng 1,000 para maging kilowatts. So 4.84 kilowatts. 19.36, 14.52, 9.68. So letter D. Okay, number 14. 3 impedances, negative J10, J10, and 10 ohms are Y connected. So determine the impedance of an equivalent delta. So ito yung original connection. Then gagawin natin siyang delta. Uy, yung isa. Ito resistance. Ito inductance. Ito naman capacitance. So nandito yung negative J10. Ay, kumpleto pa pala natin. JX, JY, JZ. So from Y to delta, ang gagawin natin ay yung JX is equal to yung tatlong yan, combination of 3, 3 combination of 2. Yung mga negative J10, J10, then saka 10. Kung hindi nyo maalala. Then divided by the opposite. that is the numerator over the opposite. So yung numerator, negative J10 times J10 plus negative J10 times 10, then plus yung J10 sa partner dito sa sa 10. J10 times 10. Yung dalawang to magkakancel. Divided by negative, yung opposite niya, yung opposite ng Zx dito ay yung negative J10. So I think it is 100 over negative J10. So Zx will become J10. Then yung value ng Zy is equal to 100 over the opposite is 10. So over 10. Ito yung opposite nun. Is equal to 10 ohms. Yung Zz, so 100 divided by yung opposite niya, ito, J10. So divided by J10, that is negative J10. Nagpapalit-palit lang yung mga yan. Position. So letter C. Times 3 sana yan, pag from y to delta times 3. Pag delta to y divided by 3. Yun yung isa nyong analysis pag makalimutan nyo yung mga formula. Kasi madami ng formula ang ating mga na-encounter. So sa the whole course of our review, parang yung pinag-aralan natin ng 5 years. Ko-compact lang natin sana sa 3 years, 3 months. Pero marami pa rin namang pumapasa. Ngayon lang kasi medyo wala pang naka-exam. Pero usually yung mga ibang schools, 3 months lang din sila. Mga SLU, yung mga ibang schools dito, San State, Isabela State, pumapasa naman sila. Ang mas more kung medyo mas mahaba. So dapat disiplinado pa rin kayo. Bali, mahaba pa naman. Kasi pag nag-stop kayo na mag-aral, mawawala lahat yung pinag-aralan natin. Okay, number 15, a balanced Y-connected load has a phase impedance of 15 plus J10 ohms. What is the impedance per phase of the equivalent delta connected load? Diba yung Zy, ang ginawa natin, dinivide natin yung delta ng 3. What is the per phase of the equivalent delta? So Z delta is equivalent to 3 times the impedance connected in Y per phase. So that will be 3 times 15 plus J10 is equivalent to 45 plus J30. So letter C. Ayan, simple lang ang mga iba dyan. Siyempre kung nakakalimutan mo, kung divide by 3, meron pa rin. Yun, 3 point, ito 5 plus J 3.33. Pero times 3 dapat dyan.